the community consisting of players, coaches, officials, and fans. We ask that everyone in attendance today shows quality character, respects the competition, and represents a positive member of this community. WAC asks that you refrain from swearing and using any remarks. Failure to adhere to this responsibility will be cause for removal. For the WAC, it's about our student athletes, and we are all here to support them. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Pierce College Raiders. Number 0, Riley Klein. Number 1, Olivia Keene. Number 3, Elena Aniguez. Number 4, Grace Atkinson. Number 5, Chelsea Avery. Number 6, Jasmine Parada. Number 7, Ruby Pearson. Number 9, Jalen Fuentes. Number 12, Cami Norton. And number 17, Halia Magwadog. Correction, we also have number 14, Lola Christensen. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your very own Whatcom Community College Orcas. Number 0, Kaylee Davis. Number 5, Annabella Larson. Number 7, Ella Ruth Hansen. Number 10, Mara Croft. Number 11, Emily Swanson. Number 15, Faith Wilson. Number 16, Annabelle Jackson. Number 17, Presley Hill. Number 18, Ellie Martinson. Number 19, Green Wood. And number 21, Amelia Holst. Whatcom Community College wishes to support academic and athletic growth and to instill respect for diversity. We want to provide student athletes quality opportunities by competing ethically with honor and sportsmanship. We hope that you all embrace these values as we want to enjoy today's game.
Today at Orca Field, the Whatcom women's soccer team opens up its 2025 season against Pierce College in their first community college matchup of the year. Both teams are 0-0 in the preseason standings against fellow community college sides, with Whatcom aiming to improve on last year's 0-8-2 record and Pierce looking to build on 3-12-1. It should be quite the match today. Hello, I'm Merrick Parnell, joined alongside Darius Nowotny. Darius, pulling double duty today. You just helped your team secure a 1-0 victory against these very Pierce Raiders. But what were your thoughts on the match and the victory?
Fortunately, not very good feedback from the players and from the coaches. We weren't very happy with that victory. Obviously wanted more, wanted to scare the teams in our division. Couldn't really do that, but we got Oregon ahead, and we're going to charge up for that week.
Yeah, speaking of that Oregon trip, you have quite the test with Chemeketa and then CBC, who just a few years ago were NWAC champs. So should be a pretty good test, I think, for you. But how do you feel about the Oregon road trip?
Very excited, honestly. Last year we went down to Tequila in Seattle. Had a similar tournament. It was great for the team bonding, great for the games. We won both games, starting 3-0 in our season. That's what we're looking to do this year as well.
Let's take a look at the Whatcom Orcas women's team. We mentioned their first CC opponent. They did play a couple of friendlies against four-year schools. UBC, of course, one of the top-ranked teams and a powerhouse in the Canadian college landscape, as well as University of the Fraser Valley. And UBC and the University of Fraser Valley, two pretty tough tests there, Darius.
Very tough tests. Let's see how they can do it against Pierce, though.
And we are underway here from Orca Field. It doesn't get much bigger than this. 120 by 80 are the dimensions. World Cup size right here in Bellingham. All eyes will turn to the Northwest next summer with the World Cup being played over in Seattle. Bellingham, one of the stopover cities. Might even see some teams training on Orca pitch. Only time will tell. Wouldn't that be cool, Darius?
It would be amazing. I think we'd know by now, though.
If we've been selected or not, we can dream. Stuff always falls through.
It is a World Cup field, as you said.
Yes.
So there's no reason that the field in Bellingham should be used.
Yeah.
Good start by our girls, by the way, holding up the ball.
Yeah.
Making Pierce run behind.
Great shape as well. And we talked about and we interviewed several of the players in the preseason media cup here, but all of them were talking about just how they wanted to get last year out of the way, 0-2-8, and start off on the right foot here, and perfect time to do it against Pierce.
Yeah, rough year. Coach switch at the start. Couldn't really set up his team. I feel like this year they're set up much better, and I see them fighting for a playoff spot definitely this year.
Absolutely, and we have Emily Swanson back in the lineup. Played kind of a player-coach role due to injury, and we had her in the color analyst role in the men's game. Did a great job, so no pressure, Darius.
And how great to have Mara back.
Absolutely.
She's back from Germany. Took a little extra week off, had some stuff to do, but she's back, and she's going to be clinical for this year.
Yeah, Mara, one of the tough players and great decision-making, and interviewed her last year on the podcast and just talked about playing amongst players that were twice, three times her age, just the experience that got her. As there's an early shot attempt on net.
Secured by the goalie. Mara, also known as Messi amongst the men's soccer team.
That's good insight, Darius. Only insight you can provide. That's great.
I think what's going to help this year as well is that the women's and men's team grew a lot closer than last year. Much more connection, so I think that Oregon trip's also going to help everybody feel comfortable, and therefore start a great season.
Yeah, especially when you have two sides working towards a common goal.
Exactly. Same coach, same coaching staff almost, so same philosophy.
So that's sent down far side, giving chase on it. Pierce trying to usher that out of play. So you guys in the men's game almost score a few more goals than you did just from setting it up that way, swinging it wide and having yourself or Jordan foot race after it.
Yeah, we like to play along the wings, especially against a team like Pierce who close down the middle. We should have done much better. It's just a little disappointing from the men's team, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll bounce back. A win is a win.
And it was close too. 3 or 4 goals, and then we saw that miraculous save in the last few minutes of the match there by their backup keeper.
Tremendous save. Back-to-back, too.
Here's Pierce now on the byline.
And it's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick, and they shifted up the officiating crew. We have the head AR now in the middle. Give them some rotation. The NWAC also is a development level for the officials and referees too. This crew you'll see often here in Bellingham, whether it's NWAC, high school, or of course Division II up at Western.
Beautiful build out from the back from Whatcom's women's team here.
Oh. Yeah, had to be sharp on that maneuver as it's played out.
Unfortunately, corner kick to Pierce now. Let's see if they can clear it out early.
Last year, Whatcom 15 corners overall. Pierce now with an opportunity of a corner from their own. This time far side. As we mentioned, both teams, their first CC opponent. It's Pierce's first opponent in general. So both teams will try and knock off the rest. It's one thing playing some four-year sides, but then when you're playing other CC clubs like you guys experienced, Darius, it's a bit different.
It's important not to fall down to the level of, oh, what a cross.
As that was sent in mouth of goal.
But as I was saying, it's important to not drop down the level to a 2-year school, which we did today, unfortunately. We played way better against the 4-year programs from Canada that are rough, physically strong, and today we just couldn't get the standard high.
As that was played out. Tough fall there that time. Annabelle Jackson.
Back in the side after her injury. Very important player.
Swanson plays it along the sideline.
And now can we? No.
They tried to get it into space. Presley Hill that time. Presley Hill, a semi-local player out of Burlington Edison High, just down the freeway. Throw in near side. It's cut off. Pierce now trying to set up their shape.
Good pressing by the Whatcom team.
That was Hill able to deflect it out. Now Pierce with a counter of their own.
Down the left wing.
Sent up into space. Atkinson will gather on the ball, try and get reinforcements into the area.
Good defending by Whatcom.
Absolutely sent into the box, headed out of danger. Here's Atkinson. Dispossessed yet again. Will be a Pierce throw. At least it gives Whatcom a chance to kind of walk up in and provide some reinforcements there. It's not quite the rush if you're trying to counter.
Important to get back in shape after a counterattack like that.
Here's a throw on far side. Kept in. And sent out of play into the training net. It'll be another Pierce throw. Christensen now. Local product for Pierce out of Puyallup. High pressure pays off for Pierce.
Whatcom can't seem to get the ball out of their half.
Mark Reif. There's that physical defending we were talking about in the pregame. And we'll win the ball back. Whatcom trying to keep it out of their third and a foul called.
Very well done by Annabella. Great pickup from Olympia CC. She's going to be crucial in that defensive backline this year.
Yeah, some familiar faces, as we mentioned, but enough newcomers, too, to kind of change the outlook and the look of the Orca side, and should be an exciting year if they can find a way to gel. Here's Whatcom, far side. Nice dispossession by Pierce. Right along the byline, and finally goes out for a goal kick. Score is 0-0, of course. Didn't take long for the men to find the back of the net at about the 4-minute mark.
And again, after the 4th minute, we dropped down, unfortunately feeling too confident, too secure with our 1-0 lead. Couldn't score another one, unfortunately. Made it exciting till the very end.
Yeah, it was exciting. Kept the fans engaged, and pretty good turnout too for a preseason non-conference game.
Good defending. Great attack by Pierce, but under control by the back line.
It's taken back away. Noreen Weber on it.
Oh, and she's fast.
Wow, look at the speed down the sideline. Try and cross it.
Can Annabelle get to it? Get the corner? No. Goal kick for Pierce.
Good effort. You like the second and third effort here, Darius, by Whatcom.
And we've seen a lot of counter pressing. Very good press by Whatcom from time to time to get the ball back early after a loss. But Pierce has just been doing very good in the build-up.
So Weber giving chase. And they'll play it back to the keeper. Here's Whatcom now from the back. front of the technical area they go. Atkinson applying pressure. And Greif just had it knocked off or out of bounds.
And now important win for Whatcom. Can they get to an attack? Presley Hill on the far side.
Here's Hill trying to work against the Pierce
Good
player.
press. What a great defending. Now get the throw in a dangerous position. Final third. Can they find a shot? Can they create? Can they cross?
You talked about the battle between Hill and that's number 1, Olivia Keene. It's a battle maybe to note that could occur throughout the evening. And Abella now. Sent in, cross, just quite good, couldn't get enough boot into it. And they'll play out the wing.
Good defending. Again, the counter press. What a move by Annabelle. Can she get behind? No, she can't.
Annabelle Jackson almost had a few highlight reel moments early on in the match, just the 10th minute mark. Here's Pierce now wanting to break out.
But Noreen does a great job tracking back, securing the ball. It's going to be a goal kick for Whatcom.
I mean, working against Jalen Fuentes. And as you mentioned, Darius, a goal kick here. The tempo kind of slowing down and relaxed a bit, so be interesting to see what team can start to build some pressure or momentum. It's there for the taking. What bench will Big Mo be on?
Great move by Ella. Getting the turn and the ball out wide, picking it up again, sending Ali on a run.
Hanson wanted to try and play it down back into the side and said it will be a Whatcom throw. Into Greif.
Great turn.
Working 1-on-2 here. And out of bounds for a Pierce throw.
It's going to be a free kick for Whatcom.
Greif doing a good job of getting in front of the ball and the other player drawing the foul there. Free kick, as you mentioned, Darius. Anyone's game thus far, 0-0.
But you can clearly see the upgrade that Whatcom's women's team has been going through. I mean, they're holding on to the ball, creating great one-touch passes, creating attacks down the wing, through Annabelle also in the striker position, getting the ball. It's looking very promising. Can they get a shot off this cross, though?
Yeah, who will win the scoreless tie here? Who will send the ball over to go ahead? Good battle on the outside of the area, goal kick. Pierce, a team that does very well in shielding. They won't allow any other opportunities off corners or the like.
Now good turn and great pass from the number 7, Ruby Pearson, down the wing.
Here's Anigas. Out to Fuentes. Now Atkinson.
Fortunately, the ball on the wing can't reach number 6, Jasmine.
Wants to try and play it wide, yeah.
It's going to be another goal kick to the Whatcom Orcas.
So Darius, put on your coaching hat here. What does Whatcom need to do to try and break the scoreless draw?
Yeah, I think they've been doing well getting to that second third out of the build-up. They just need to find their physical striker who's clearly dominating both center backs. I think that's going to be a key zone of this match. If they can find Annabelle, I think they can get it out wide, get some crosses in, and finally find the goal in the back of the net.
Yeah, Pierce, meanwhile, doing a great job of closing out on any kind of space and opportunity. That was something that we saw in your men's game, Darius, is Pierce was content to kind of give you the lane right to the goal, but
yeah.
The girls completely different.
It's now here, deep ball from Mara, trying to get Annabelle's feet. Fortunately, couldn't reach her. But ball won back once again. The counter pressing is just wonderful.
As Weber plays that ahead, they'll go back. Noreen Weber on the ball, pressured tightly. Setting up pitch.
And now Annabelle, great job fixing the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't reach Mara with her pass.
Had to get creative, too, because the ball ended up bouncing and playing pretty high. So almost able to shoulder it over.
And now Pierce running down the left wing. Past the line of defense. Can they get a cross in? Yes, they can, but Noreen Weber's in the way.
And they sent that just off the woodwork.
Very chaotic scene in the box right there. Noreen falling, the Pierce players and fans recommending a foul, and the shot off the crossbar.
Yeah, it was a quite chaotic sequence, huh?
Out of
We heard
danger.
the plea for the foul, and then Pierce able just to take control of the chaos and put on a quality chance.
First real dangerous shot on target today for Pierce.
So it'll be a throw in for the Raiders. Popped up.
Number 7 knows she's an offside, can't get to the ball. It's going to be ball 1 back for the Orcas, but right away giving it back to Pierce in the final third.
Here's an yes. Norton will play it back. Here's Keene.
Tried to find a right winger, but it's going to be another goal kick for the Orcas. Time to resettle after this big chaotic sequence. Get the momentum back on their side.
Yeah, and Keene, that sequence too, Darius, had, I think, more time than she realized too, because she sent quite a strong ball down and not enough touch for the defender kind of to settle under it. Both teams trying to work out the nerves, I think, still here in the 16th minute. Weber, and no one there on the connect.
Good idea, looking for the 1-2, always looking for those one-touch combinations. Noreen, returning sophomore from Germany, only all-star for the Orcas last year. She's going to be a difference maker.
Here's Kreif. Could be an opportunity.
Ball 1 back by Hansen.
Hansen applying pressure, working against Karada. And that's sent out. Back line. Will do well to clear it away. Weber trying to do so, will outlet to the D.
Rough play, foul called for the Orcas as number 4, Grace Atkinson, came in too late for the challenge.
Grace Atkinson, we've seen her involved in several offensive sequences there, that time letting her physical defending be known. And there's a kick on the far end. Ripped forward. And back into the goalkeeping area. Here's an opportunity on the chase.
Presley Hill doesn't get the foul called. Got the ball back, deep ball to Faith. Oh.
Still loose in the area. And Pierce able to collect. Whatcom there on the outlet to cut it off.
You can clearly see the momentum shifting towards Orca's side, and now can they finish is the question to make it 1-0.
Yeah, Pierce lucky to get out of that sequence without a goal. Sent up, far side, in front of the area, technical area rather, and that's played into midfield. And offsides flag will raise.
We've seen right here a very loose ball in the middle of the field. This is something that Coach Jason Jorgensen does not like to see. The second ball needs to be always with the Orcas, and this is definitely something that's going to have to change in the future.
Paula Jasper, the freshman, will enter.
Annabelle, freshman, going out, taking a breather after that injury. I'm sure her ankle isn't fine yet.
Some games to get it into condition, I'm sure. His Greif
does a
Mara
great job to use her body, turn and send the ball deep.
just cut off. Nice piece of defending.
But again, won back by Whatcom right away.
And a sliding challenge sends that into the technical area. Substitution again. This time Pierce will try and get some fresh legs on. Looks like coming in is Delaney Elk out of Stillicum from DuPont, Washington. Actually, let's see.
I believe Lola Christensen may have gotten off the field.
Tegan Ophiana Klein out of Tacoma, Washington. So it's number 8, Tegan Ophiana. Looked like 2 for more vantage points. So she'll come in, Tacoma, Washington product. Not too far away from Pierce's campus.
A good battle won in midfield to get the ball back. Maybe restructure.
Absolutely. They wanted to try and thread it back through.
Very good communication between the center back Noreen and the goalie Kaylee.
Yeah, Noreen, we've seen her, one of the leaders wearing the captain's band. Here's Pierce now. Physical battle, and there's a whistle.
Between
Working
the two
hard.
number 17s.
It's Presley Hill, of course, for Whatcom, and Haluya Magaradog.
First pretty rough battle this game. Could we see some heat building up from that moment?
You know, we've seen some games get physical in last year, both on the men's and women's side.
And now, good ball by Noreen behind the back line. Could be cleared.
That was Hill in pursuit. We'll usher that out of play.
And now once again, the Whatcom workers in a very dangerous spot on the field. Can they create something?
We'll have a throw in near side.
And we also got quite a mismatch at the back post with Faith and number 19 from Pierce being way shorter. Can she get a header? Can we get a cross in?
Of course, 19, that's Abigail Osuna. And we'll try and work against Faith Wilson, a local product out of Mount Baker High School. Out on the Mount Baker Highway east of us. And that's sent out of play.
Mount Baker High School, obviously. A spot Jason likes to go dig in for players, having coached there himself, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the home of the Mounties as well. One of the last wooden grandstands in the area. Pretty cool site for both American football and soccer, too. As that will slowly roll out of play. Both teams trying to stay engaged, trying to stay involved here as they both look to break the tie. Fans wanting some excitement as well, as they look to boil over. A great crowd on hand for both matches, especially for a non-conference preseason bout.
And now a great deep ball for the number 6 of Pierce. Jasmine Carrada running behind.
Carrada will catch up, wants to step over. Sent in,
What a goal.
And that's the first goal of the game. It's Atkinson breaking the scoreless draw.
Great work by number 6 of Pierce right there. Great work by Jasmine Carrada. Getting to the ball, turning, finding her winger that could just dribble inside the box, and clinical finish right there in the top left corner.
It's a Carrada to Atkinson connection to make it 1-0.
And now can we see a reaction from the Orcas? Can we see them bounce back from this unlucky moment. 25th minute is going to break out.
When a 1-0 lead is a pretty dangerous lead because the Orcas do answer with the score. They have momentum shifted back to their side to build to send it into the go-ahead.
One of my favorite teammates from last year, Victor Cervantes, always said, the game's not played in 15, not in 30, not in 45 minutes, but in 90. Anything can happen at any moment.
We've seen some last-minute strikes as well going for goals. That's what makes the game so great. You're right, 90 minutes to settle it all. Sent forward.
And now the second ball in Whatcom's feet. Whatcom desperately looking for their number 9s, but can't quite find them yet. Good defending by Pierce as they build out the back right now. Whatcom's pressing though. And the pressing is gonna pay off. Ball won by Ella Hansen.
Faith Wilson will play it back out to Greif.
And Mara at the top of the box. Will she look for a
There's
shot? She will. But unfortunately, not enough power behind it.
Yeah, ended up off the turn, finding it on her left foot and put it on. Not enough mustard. For Greif to be a big part of the offense for the Orcas this year.
Ball won back in the midfield. Great tackle by Paula, also from Germany. Jason, who has a record for recruiting out of Germany. But now Faith Wilson get played behind the back line. Unfortunately, can't quite reach it.
Gotta like the pursuit, though. Met nose to nose with the keeper when all was said and done.
Yeah, great reaction by the Orcas. You can see they want to win. They want this game more than Pierce, I believe. They're going into every tackle, every challenge.
Here's Hill.
And
Up
Mara
to
on the
Greif.
ball. Gets the ball out wide to Faith Wilson, who's going to drive towards the goal.
Great recovery. Here's Wilson. Puts a
Pretty
strike
shot.
on, just trickles over off the mitts of the keeper.
Great save for a corner kick to the Orcas.
Whatcom there with their first real promising opportunity out for a corner. Almost connecting there.
And we're going to see this connection a lot this year. Mara turning in the dangerous third third of the field, passing it out wide. Great speed on the wings with Presley Hill and Faith Wilson.
Smart. Greif will take the corner near side. They'll put a player right in front of the keeper. Try to create some kind of instability and chaos. Here's the low ball in.
Not
Chipped
cleared
up.
yet.
Bouncing around and
Shot by Annabella. What a save by the keeper.
A huge
But
save.
Faith
and
Wilson gets there off the rebound. And what a reaction by the Orcas. Not even 4 minutes later.
What a recovery by the Orcas. Faith Wilson makes it a 1-1 here in the 28th minute.
It's on their side.
So it's Wilson able to tie things. We talked about the shift of momentum. The 1-0 lead is not a safe one because now Big Mo back on the bench of Whatcom.
And we're going to see a sub. Laura Umana is going to get subbed in for, I believe, Ellie Martinson. One of the few sophomores still in the lineup.
Whatcom almost found themselves on another opportunity. Good move by Pierce. Physical play midfield.
Ella Hansen's pressing has been tremendous today. She's winning balls left and right in the midfield, cleaning it up, everything.
For the Orcas, recruited team, Faith Wilson.
Whatcom now.
Once again, Ella Hansen getting the ball from the keeper, turning and putting it out wide perfectly to Laura Mana.
Try and find Wilson again. Ball still in midfield. There's Greif.
Great turn.
They'll try and play it up
And
to
now
Hill.
Presley Hill running behind the ball, but great defending by the #1 of Pierce College, Olivia Klein.
Yeah, Olivia Keene doing a great job. Not easy to beat out Hill, but did so there. Tons of options up top for Whatcom.
But as I was saying earlier, Germany now, a very, very big source of recruitment for Jason, going down there in Frankfurt every winter to recruit new players. And the rough challenge by number 16. Annabella going down to the ground, getting the advantage.
They'll play the advantage here, but you could hear that up here. It's quite the collision, Darius.
We're seeing this game heat up a little bit. Very good.
Both sides not afraid to play physically. Here's
Mara
Greif.
losing the 50-50 in the midfield, giving Pierce the ball.
Good pressure, cutting off all the options. They'll have to play it wide. Pierce looking to build from the back. Jacobs on it. And that's sent out a play for a throw. Looks like substitutions on for Whatcom.
I believe Tori is warming up right now, ready to get subbed in.
Who will make their appearance.
And they're going to go on the right wing, pushing Faith Wilson in the middle.
There's Whatcom now. Trying to generate from the midfield. Presley Hill.
Tries to get the ball out wide, gets there. And the 50-50 won by Pierce. Can they create something out of this counterattack? But Noreen Weber.
With the dispossession. Goes to ground and a foul will be called.
Time for Whatcom to take a breather, set up, and get ready for a next attack.
Marissa Lincoln, the guilty party there.
And how important is that center back pairing of Annabella and Noreen going to be? Both sophomores, both bringing great experience from last year, and both very, very tough to get by.
Senna, here's Hill. And we're trying to work. She was 1-on-2 there.
Very awkward spot.
And that's played out off the knee of the Whatcom defender.
Pierce working their way up the field with the throw-ins, getting into the dangerous areas.
Senna ahead.
But won by Noreen.
It's out of play.
Throw-in Orcas.
It's going to be a Pierce throw. "33 minutes have gone by. Score tied at 1-all.
But Pierce being forced to just hammer it in front because Whatcom is just closing out every option they have.
Wanted to get it up to Hill. Instead, will go out of play. Be a Pierce throw. It's good defending by Jasper. Here's Greif now.
And now on the counter, can she find Presley on the wing? Presley Hill running down, can she catch up to it?
Wants to lead the charge. Working against Keene. And Keene able to keep it in and turn it upfield. Sent to the back.
And great turn by Annabella. Getting the ball up front to Paula. Past the defensive line now. Can she find Mora in the middle? She can.
Here's Greif.
Out wide to Tori. Can't quite get there, unfortunately.
Good idea. Trying to send it wide and generate out the side. Instead, a Pierce throw-in the 34th. And 3 more substitutes on for Pierce. Saw them substitute frequently and with numbers in the men's match, and the women's no different. And why not in a non-conference early season match? Got to see what you have.
Now great turn by Pierce, but Annabella once again coming in with a tackle.
And a foul's called against Whatcom. So Pierce will walk it up. On the ball is Norton. Headed by Greif. Atkinson.
A little too strong out wide. Gonna be a throw-in for the Orcas.
Had Christensen along the wing, just too much space, as you mentioned.
Now another big shift in the front three. Toriana's gonna be shifted out wide to the left side, while oncoming substitution Peyton Leach is gonna be the new striker for Whatcom's side, pushing Faith back out wide.
Peyton Leach, of course, playing her high school ball at Marysville Getchell down in Snohomish County. Coming freshman for the Orcas side. Of course, Getchell members of the Wesco Conference, which the coach of the year in the Wesco Conference, Olivia Lee out of Stanwood, but she played her college ball here in Bellingham at Western Washington and was a IDWAC product herself at Everett. It's definitely a conference that can develop players and get them ready for the next level, wherever that may be.
And coming out of Germany, seeing the level of the NWAC really surprised me. Every player is just extremely talented, ready for the next level, and I think the NWAC has a lot of room to grow as a conference, and still needs to get a name among the big country that we're in. But in the Pacific Northwest, the NWAC is probably one of the most qualitatively high divisions there are.
Yeah, you're starting to see a lot more, as you mentioned, international representation and players coming from across the country really to play ball here. And it's a conference that does a great job of marketing its players as well. Of course, the soccer championships played in Tukwila at Starfire. It's a pretty cool venue. And that's sent out.
We had the chance last year with the men's team to play on the final field in the big stadium at Starfire. Could get a 7-0 victory over Southwest Oregon.
Very exciting. And Starfire, of course, has its place in pro soccer lore. The famous Clint Dempsey match with the Sounders against Portland, where he grabbed the referee's card and threw it on the ground. One of the more famous moments in the Sounders Timbers derby.
But the Crossfire Stadium, also home to the Crossfire Academy, we've got a player Aaron Diaz on our team that won the national championship with Crossfire this year. Great academy.
Of course, yeah, they're younger U14, U13, a national championship as well out in Virginia, an ECNL title. And of course, the youth club of DeAndre Yedlin, who played for the Sounders, went on to play in the Premier. Here's Atkinson.
Great defending once again by Ella Hansen.
And that's out for a throw. It will be Whatcom throw.
Disbelief in Pierce's eyes. They believe it was their throw-in. So do I. But Orcas will gladly take it.
Play ahead, Sleddy. Gets it from Leach. Trying to Sleddy.
Oh, once again.
Physical play, that time Sleddy against Maguadog.
Once again, Maguadog behind the end of one of those rough challenges.
Up ahead, Keane puts a boot in.
That's offside, I believe, yes.
And offside's called, much to the chagrin of the Pierce crowd to our left.
Sigh of relief coming from Orca's side. The striker was through on goal.
We had two very contrasting emotions as we're into the 40th minute.
Yeah, attacking one of the most unpredictable phases of the game. The last 5 minutes of the first half is usually when most goals are scored. So can we see something? Mara with a great touch, running down the wing, unfortunately loses it. But one right back by Laura Omana.
There's a body applied in front of
Oh, and a rough
side.
challenge. A few girls on the ground.
4 total players end up on the deck.
It's going to be a free kick for the Orcas.
Card stays in. As a team last year, the Whatcom women only saw 7 yellow cards overall.
A statistic the men's team can unfortunately not quite hang up with.
It was a,
Probably averaged 4 per game.
and today I think there's just a few, and the intensity of the game started ramping up, and most of them were just some physical challenges.
Now the ball behind the back line. No Whatcom striker can get their feet to it, unfortunately.
And in contrast, last season, Pierce had 9 cards on the year, so keeping it in single digits for both sides. Sent up the line.
The ball's
Pearson played that into space.
Annabella right there to clear it out for a throw-in. But this statistic also shows kind of the beauty of women's soccer. While still aggressive, I think way more fair towards each other. And you can see that with the yellow cards.
Yeah, you don't quite see the yellow cards for dissent like you would in some of the men's fixtures.
We saw a lot of dirty challenges today in the men's game. Scary challenges. Luckily, nobody got on the end of a bad injury. While Pierce roaming in dangerous areas for Whatcom down the wing for a corner kick right before half.
It's a Weber that will send that out. Almost took out the corner flag on the way. 43rd minute, as you mentioned, and we'll see another Pierce corner.
Now it's going to be important to clear that one out. You do not want to concede right before half.
There's Atkinson on it.
Played out short.
No
Little
play.
1-2.
Back over to the top. Good deflection on the shot block.
And now can Orcas find a counterattack? Paula running down the wing. Fortunately out for a throw-in to Pierce College.
Here's Pierce on the throw.
A little long. Noreen Weber's going to find the end of it.
Set up Atkinson. Steps into space. Wants to switch sides.
Once again, just like in the first goal, the ball is on the left-hand side of the field. But this time, the Orcas can defend it.
And you had Karada moving in, who was responsible on that combo for the first goal.
Great header to clear the ball out of danger. They only need to hold on for 1 more minute until half strikes.
See a throw in here. See just how dangerous.
Once again, the ball in the dangerous left-hand side. Whatcom can't quite clear it, but now Mora, Graf getting at the end of it.
They'll try and regroup. Long shot taken, and sound play there. Pierce,
Whatcom looking to attack one last time before half. And Tori down the left wing.
Sletty there, and gets shielded out of play. Good pursuit as we're into stoppage time.
Now Pierce will get one more chance on goal. Running down that right wing. Can they find the player in the middle?
Pearson now near post, still alive,
Whoa.
and sent in into the far corner.
So unlucky.
Pierce makes it 2-1
Very
in stoppage
unfortunate.
time.
Very unfortunate.
As you mentioned, it's a time period or a duration where you start to see a lot of goals like that. It's right before the
Tired
end of each
legs.
half, yeah.
Tired legs, no more air. That's when you got to hold on and push for a few more seconds. Unfortunately, Whatcom got at the negative end of it. And referee will soon, blow his whistle.
And that's halftime. Pierce leads 2-0 going into the break. We'll be right back with more action.
2-1.
2-1. Good catch there. It's 2-1 here heading into the break between Pierce and Whatcom. We'll be right back with more action after this. And welcome back to Orca Field. Merrick Purnell joined alongside Darius Nowotny here. Second half coverage of Whatcom and Pierce.
And right away, an attack by Pierce. Dangerous moment in the box. Can they find a shot, though? There it is.
There's Pearson. She'll send up wide, far post. Good idea. You got to like the aggression.
Getting a first shot in the first minute is always important to set the tone in the new half. And the ball's being played out wide to the left back from the goalie. And can we see Whatcom improve on their build-up from the back?
Paula Jesper wanted to send it long to Greif.
It's going to be another goal kick for the Orcas after a clearance.
Will be a goalkeeper change here. Looks like it's Kaylin Updike from Hazen High School.
And it looks like we've got the original starting lineup back for the Orcas. Annabelle Jackson back in the striker.
There's Atkinson, wants to go left foot, sent out wide.
Great tackle by Annabella.
Great job sending it out of harm's way, at least for now. Will be a corner coming up.
We're going to also see Ellie Martinson back in the back line. Presley Hill back on the left wing. Faith Wilson on the right wing. Set up just like in the first half.
And there will be Pearson with the corner here. All last season, 42 corner kicks overall.
Oh!
Out of the hands of
And
the
the
keeper, sent over high. And Pierce close to their third goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, Whatcom can have esteemed themselves lucky not to concede here. Open shot on the 6-yard line. Luckily, though, went way above the goal.
They'll try and play it out of the back. High pressure.
And no foul call on this rough challenge. Pierce with the ball in the box. But great defending by Annabella that lose the ball again, but a foul is going to be called.
Sigh of relief breathed by Whatcom because that was another quality chance.
Momentum clearly on Pierce's side right now. Can Whatcom bounce back? And in those moments, it's a great idea to just kick it out of your own half. But Pierce putting pressure on Whatcom's defense right now.
They're trying to cause some offense out of some miscues and some extra possessions with the high pressure. Up to midfield.
And now a great ball towards the left wing, but Ellie Martinson gets there in time.
Atkinson
Whoa.
chasing, puts a shoulder in.
Free kick to the Orcas. Unnecessary challenge by number 4.
See, Atkinson, quite the player on the offensive half, but that time an aggressive defender.
That aggression led to the first goal, though, scored by Atkinson. Again, a great finish.
Yeah, Atkinson off the Karada feed. Sent up, Greif out, stretch boot. Atkinson turns and fires. Up to Fuentes, and it's out. Sent up the line. And Norton plays that out.
Whatcom working themselves up the field, again with throw-ins. Step by step.
Trying to take control of anything that the defense will give them here. It's been pretty stout defense, aside from allowing just the one Whatcom goal. Of course, Faith Wilson, the goal scorer for Whatcom. Got it done in the 28th minute. That's how to play for another throw. So throw near side, Norton. And they want to go long.
And Annabelle gets behind the back line. No offside flag raised yet, but the ball is just too slow for her.
When she checked over at the AR, but I think lost sight of the ball in the process.
And now counterattack by Pierce, getting the ball behind the back line, but great defending by Noreen Weber and Annabella.
So it's Fuentes, now Atkinson. Atkinson carrying near side.
Taking a shot once again.
Diving save.
Beautiful save.
Keeps it out. Updike, what a stop.
You can see just how dangerous Atkinson really is. Taking shots from anywhere on the field, always dangerous.
Left foot, right foot, take your pick from Atkinson.
And she's going to go and take that corner kick for Pierce.
Will be a corner this time on the far side. Of course, Pierce leads 2-1. Last season, the Raiders scored 26 goals, overall 20 in conference.
And now Presley Hill on the counter.
Defender stepping up into space for the dispossession. It's Martinson.
Fortunately out for a throw-in to Pierce.
Wanted to play it forward.
Ella looking for her striker, Annabella Jackson. Couldn't quite find her, but the ball still with the Orcas.
Fuentes now on it. Fights through a challenge.
No, ball sent behind the back line, and Faith Wilson is going to get there on the right wing. Crosses it in for Annabelle Jackson.
Jackson, that could be quite the combo here in the second half between Wilson and Jackson. Steered out of play. Corner kick, though, another opportunity. It's definitely a combo that Coach Jason Jorgensen wants to have clicking this season between Jackson and Wilson.
And both now on the corner, definitely dangerous players with their height. They've got some advantage, we can see. Can they find the head? Can Mora find their heads, though?
Here's Greif.
Great corner kick to Hansen. Gets the shot off, fortunately.
Almost connected, just sent it wide. So many times on a corner, Darius, you just have to get any piece on.
Exactly. Get the touch on the ball, and it's most likely going to be dangerous.
Well, and even if it doesn't find its way on the first touch, a loose ball in front of the keeper off a corner is never a bad thing. Create the chaos.
Pretty sure that's how Whatcom scored their first goal.
Yeah, it was, a ping pong of a ball. Just get traffic in front and good things will happen.
We've seen a goalkeeper switch in Whatcom's end.
Yeah, coming in, Kaylin Updike out of Hazen to start the second half. There's a foul against Whatcom. And sent down, tried to find Atkinson. Playing it on the head is Karada.
And great turn by Mara Graf. Can she find her striker in the back line? Unfortunately, she can't.
I know both Greif and Jackson, as the season progresses, they'll get the chemistry down to play those through balls with ease.
Talking about through balls, Presley Hill has been sent on the left wing. Can't find the cross, but is going to find the corner kick.
It's going to be another corner, this time far side. Whatcom tries to look for the equalizer here as they trail 2-1.
And as you said, the chemistry is going to come eventually with the front three of all freshmen. Of course, everything's not going to be settled in right away, but as the season goes along, I'm sure we'll see more combination plays between them.
That's where these non-conference games become valuable because you can risk and play with some other combinations and looks that you might not play with in conference play because, as you know, every game in the conference schedule is so crucial. There's Greif.
Great cross in onto a... Oof.
On target, just headed over.
By Annabelle Jackson. But those non-conference games still matter very much. Whatcom would love to start their season off 1-0. Can they make it?
Yeah, they'll definitely want to rebound from last year, and the players were talking about that in the media day interviews, and a great opportunity to do so. This game very much in reach. Knocked forward, wanted to try to play it ahead to Wilson. There's Norton.
But Elag once again gets there for the throw-in, wins the challenge. He's going to throw it down to Faith Wilson, who can get the ball to Annabelle.
Jackson still fighting. Defense will step
Great
up. Nice
defending.
challenge.
And now Mara in a dangerous area, falls to the ground. No call by the referee.
Jackson pursuing Keene.
Great,
Keene.
great pressure by Annabelle Jackson.
Yeah, Annabelle Jackson gave her no option but to play it out.
Striker working in defense. Just what every coach's dream is.
Got to have the two-way players on any successful side.
Amara gets the turn. And almost gets through ball to the left wing.
Yeah,
Presley Hill.
great footwork, getting a boot down in the passing lane.
But once again, Annabella Larson gets in between the passing lane.
Yeah, Larson, quite the pickup, as you mentioned. Of Olympia, Washington.
And it's going to be a free kick after Norin Weber's clearance.
Sent forward, Jackson almost there off the deflection.
And you can see how the game starts to become more agitated, more long balls. We're attacking the final 30 minutes of the game. Oh, and a rough hit.
It's right off the head of Hansen.
Stays on her feet though. Ready to go.
Tough player. Here's Greif now. Greif looking to kick up the mode. Wanted to go Super Saiyan.
Once again, Larson, just great defending today. Clearing away everything.
And a substitute will come on for Pierce.
Atkinson having a cramp following Annabella's clearance into her calf.
It's a game that started out on the cooler end and definitely has warmed up, and we'll start to see some of the hydration issues.
Atkinson looking like the cramp is taking over right now.
It can be a tough opponent to face. And it looks like everyone's no worse for wear.
All smiles, luckily. And she's back in action with the interference.
Wanted to try and thread it ahead to Jackson. Atkinson with the interception.
With the through ball, but Noreen can get in between. What a center back pairing duo that is.
Weber working
She's
again.
gonna tackle to keep the ball. Beautiful work by Noreen Weber. Still driving. Looking for that deep ball, and she finds it to Annabelle Jackson.
Jackson
And
just
there's Faith Wilson going for the shot, but what a clearance. It's going to be a foul against the Orcas. Tough fall right there.
and on the ground for Pierce. Looks like it's Cameron Norton. Great hustle by both players.
She's going to walk it off, but she seems to be in quite some pain. And she's getting subbed off.
They'll send a sub on here. Looks like it's going to be Chelsea Avery into the game out of Bonnie Lake. It's a freshman defender for the Raiders.
But once again, great move by Noreen Weber right there. Tackling to keep the ball in possession, driving up the field, finding that ball behind the back line, creating some danger in front of the box. And being right there back in defense to save the day.
Here's Weber. For to Atkinson and out of play. Be a Pierce throw. Ball all the way back towards the tennis courts.
Get a second to breathe. Everybody seems quite relieved with that little break. It's a very hot day here in Bellingham, Washington. Sun is out.
And temperature on the pitch seems to always be about 10 or more degrees warmer.
It's going to be another throw-in for Pierce right here.
Sent down the line near side. And out. Another Pierce throw up by Pearson. Tried to find Iniguez.
And Larson is going to shield the ball, and it's going to get a free kick to the Orcas.
Yeah, doing well to draw a foul. That time playing the aggression of Pierce against them. Updike.
She's trying to go long. Unfortunately, missed the ball a little bit. Unlucky kick. It's going to be a throw into Pierce once again in a dangerous area.
Here's Norton. Gives it up to Pearson. And out for an Orca throw. They'll take it quickly. They want to build. Wilson with the boot ahead.
Send it to Annabelle Jackson. Can she get there? Unfortunately, she was in an offside position.
Offsides. They thought they had the keeper out. They did. And you would have liked to see how that play developed with the Wilson and Jackson. Both quick players on the pitch.
Key players for that side also. And Noreen Weber is going to get her head onto that free kick, and it's going to be a foul call for the Orcas.
Greif again drawing the foul.
Annabella Larson preparing to launch it up front, looking for striker Annabelle Jackson.
Sent forward.
And she's gonna create some chaos, but Pierce manages to clear it out the way. But Mara Graf trying to get the ball behind the back line once again, looking for those dangerous penetrating balls that Jason Jorgensen loves so much.
Let's send out another sub for Pierce on here.
Taking advantage of their bigger roster here, subbing on and off constantly, letting their girls take a breather. And a tough challenge by Annabella Larson.
We'll see the card come out. That's going to be shown to Larson here in the 64th minute.
Not many complaints right there. She knows what she's done.
Tactical foul.
Very smart. There's going to be a free kick for Pierce. And are they going to launch it in the box? Looks like they will. First yellow card of the match, I believe.
That is correct, yeah. And Whatcom doing well not to earn a lot. They had 7 overall last year. Could have been trouble. Played out. Here's Greif. And Pierce will win it yet again.
The ball booted long to the striker, Annabelle, who's doing a great job on keeping it. Getting it out wide to Faith and getting it back Unfortunately, can't quite get there. Cleared by Pierce.
Jackson having to avoid a bit of a high kick. Here's Greif on the ball.
Beautiful footwork to get out of the troubled area.
Saw the futsal and street soccer coming into play there with the technical ability by Greif.
And Inigas on the left wing. Fancy footwork, can't quite get it in the box. He's gonna rebuild. Pass it around the back.
Now it's Maguadog. Play out to Atkinson. Switch to Maguadog.
Doing a great job of holding on to the ball, even when under pressure.
Keen on it. And Pierce plays that away.
Whatcom doing a great job on keeping the pressure up everywhere on the field, forcing the center back to clear it out of bounds.
And a substitution again for Pierce. So they'll remove Keen. Looks like Jacobson back on.
And looks like Maguadog's going to get subbed out as well for Samantha Jacobs. And Mora now driving with the ball across the field. Faith Wilson is going to get there with her speed on the right wing. Annabelle by herself in the box. Unfortunately, the cross is going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Good idea by Wilson to try and win it.
And once again, that Mara Graf and Faith Wilson connection. Very dangerous pace down both wings. We're going to see a substitution for Whatcom. Annabelle Jackson getting off the field. Great shift once again today. Coming back from an injury, surely not easy. And Emily Swanson is going to get on the number 9 position as a replacement.
Yes, Swanson, a sophomore out of Meridian High, right here in Bellingham.
And Whatcom fouls Pierce while they build up. Free kick in their own half. Shouldn't be too dangerous.
We'll have a free kick along the far end.
Now Faith Wilson's going to apply some pressure in the build-up. Going to get some trouble in the back line. Forced to clear it out of bounds. Great pressure by Whatcom.
So it was Norton there trying to play it back to the keeper. Ended up creating a chance. Unintended consequence almost. Wilson.
Great job of putting her body between the enemy and the ball.
Into Greif. Wants to make the turn and said they'll switch.
Switches to Ellie Martinson, who gets the 50-50 going for her. Driving down the left wing, can she get across in? Yes, she can. Presley Hill gets in the end of it, and Mara shoots right above the crossbar. What an attack.
Just sent over. Whatcom almost smelled the equalizer.
Momentum clearly on Orca's side right now. The Pierce College can't seem to get into their half.
Credit the high pressure by Whatcom, trying to create some opportunities. And Pearson touches that out. Throw and taken.
Once again, down the wing to Faith Wilson, laying it off to Mara. Can't quite get there. The good challenge. Once again by Ellie Martinson.
And that's played out. Pierce and Whatcom starting to look like completely different teams than we saw in the first half. Now Whatcom is forcing Pierce a little bit on their heels here. in the 70th minute.
Can't seem to find a few connecting passes to get out of trouble right here. Whatcom doing a great job of closing down the zone. Once again, early one by Whatcom, forced to clear it out. But now, chance for an attack. Whatcom's defense is not sorted.
So it was Iniguez that was able to carry. Here's Norton. Up to Christensen.
And it's going to be a foul call on Whatcom. Dangerous position for... Never mind.
Will be a foul
It's
against
in favor
Pierce.
of Whatcom.
So really could have gone either way.
Tracy.
And Keene back in.
He's preparing to boot it long. It's gonna get Tamara Greff, who can get her head to it, but fortunately it's gonna be out of bounds and a throw in for Pierce.
Whatcom can play the field position battle here by keeping the pressure high. So there's a Pierce throw in. Up to Pearson. Now back to Lincoln.
Dangerous ball played in between the back line.
To Iniguez.
Driving past the defense. But Noreen Weber once again there to clear the danger.
Nice poke check applied by Weber. Pierce will look to regroup. And that's out of play.
Good job. Get out of this negative momentum phase and getting back on the attacking side. Putting pressure on Whatcom's defense.
Into the area, Greif. Wilson now wins that battle. We'll try and turn it upfield.
Long ball down the wing to Emily Swanson. Unfortunately, not much support for her. She's gonna drive past the defender, cross it in.
Swanson.
Dangerous ball in the middle. Tori Presley Hill on the ball, can't quite finish, fortunately. Great run by Emily Swanson, though.
Good job by Whatcom getting bodies into the box there. Just quite couldn't connect, but had a great opportunity.
Right there as we approach the final 15 minutes of this game. Can Whatcom find the second goal? Maybe push for a win. Great ball, great control by Emily Swanson. Sending it out wide to Faith Wilson, who's not gonna get there, unfortunately.
Good idea again, trying to go back to Wilson along the wing, just ahead.
One back by Whatcom.
Sent along the ground.
Gonna get a throw in here for Whatcom.
This
In Pierce's half.
Keene working against Martinson. With a Whatcom throw as a result. Played to Greif.
Great footwork right there by Greif. Gets another throw in. No.
And
Mara in
they'll
disbelief. Clear call against Whatcom right here.
be Pierce throw.
But gets it back. Final 15 minutes. Now is the time to score.
So Lulu, the game's still very much in reach for Whatcom. They trail 2-1. Throw into Pearson. Sent long. Christensen pursuing against Larson.
But Larson is going to get there first, shielding the ball. The legs are getting tired, but can Whatcom find a way to equalize this game, starting off their season in a better trend than last year?
Works far end. Here's Greif.
And what a turn once again. What a player. Sending it out wide to Faith, who's going to get there with her pace.
There's Wilson. And nicely played out. Good back check.
Throw in for the Orcas. Very close to Pierce's goal. Can they create something off of this? Ball to Emily Swanson, who's going to get it back to Martinson for a cross.
Martinson, high pop fly into the keeper's hand. Good pressure applied, though, by Whatcom.
And you can see the hunger for another goal. Both eights being at the top of the key or inside the box. Mora also ready for a cross. They really want to score here. Not satisfied with the 2-1.
That's dispossessed.
Send out wide to Presley Hill, who's going to toe poke it to their striker. Can't quite get there.
Here comes the chase. And keeper's there to fly it forward.
Midfield battle going Pierce's way with the whistle blowing for a free kick.
Foul will go against Whatcom. 3 more subs coming on for Pierce.
Not much movement on Whatcom's bench. Is this the 11 that's going to close it out? And as we speak, Annabelle Jackson is getting ready. Emily Swanson getting at the end of the header by Ella Hansen. Can't get the ball out wide to Faith, unfortunately. Good clearance.
And that's sent over the line for another Pierce throw.
So, Merrick, let me elaborate on my little theory on the 2-1
Yeah, let's hear
score.
it, Jared.
I believe if Whatcom's able to score between the 80th and the 85th minute, they're going to win this game.
Got to shift momentum back.
If you concede a goal in the final 15 minutes, the legs start to shake. You know they want more. They're going to fight for a third. So right now is the moment to score. And
Be an
Annabelle,
exciting finish if your theory is correct here, that's for sure. And it's been a well-played match so far, and Whatcom's been close several times.
And Whatcom doing an interesting shift in the tactics, putting an Annabelle, subbing her in for number 6, Paula, to go up front, playing now a 3-back, pushing Noreen in the midfield.
And that's out for a Whatcom throw. Martinson will run up on it. So Whatcom tries to sit in behind the defense.
So Whatcom is now going to play a 3-5-2. Trying to push for another goal. Great tactical adjustment by Jason Jorgensen.
Maguadog.
Oh,
Hard
and a
challenge.
Hard foul. Referee's going to stay out of the action.
Wilson applying the body. Here's Pearson now.
But once again, Ella Hansen putting up pressure left and right in the midfield, not letting anything happen.
Jackson wanted to send it through.
And this is why Noreen has been put in the midfield, getting the ball in those dangerous positions. Fortunately, can't quite create off of that. And Pierce is trying to profit off that 3-back, pushing with 3 attackers. Almost outnumbering the defense there, hoping for another counter-attack.
So Larson sent it ahead to Jackson, still possessed along the far end. Finally kicked out.
Gonna be another throw-in for Whatcom as Pierce once again substitutes.
It's been a revolving door of substitutions here for Pierce.
Pierce recognizing the tactical change and is going to themselves also trying to change their game, bringing Atkinson, the goal scorer, back in the game. Also a player to follow.
Up to Greif.
Offsides, unfortunately, against Whatcom, getting them out of that pressure situation.
Jackson
Annabelle
trying to plead her case from the ground.
disbelieved, Still in shock. And Jorgensen now stood up from the bench, ready for an intense final 10 minutes.
Send up forward, Magwadog.
Dangerous ball here to Iniguez.
Iniguez pursued tightly.
Martinson is going to track, but can't quite catch her and gets her body in between. Great defending by Ellie Martinson.
The Pierce supporters wanted some kind of call. They won't get it. And it's sent up to Wilson.
Yeah, rough challenge, but all fair.
Yeah, the referee letting both sides play here in the latter 9 minutes.
Quite rowdy side of Pierce fans having the men's soccer team in the crowd.
It's been a very good turnout for an early season game. I've been quite impressed.
Pierce doing a great job at keeping the ball in this final moments of the game.
Magwadog.
Getting it out wide to Iniguez, cutting inside, looking for a deep ball, but Annabella Larson is gonna get there.
Wanted to find Pearson and offsides.
He's been seeing quite a few offsides, the assistant referee.
Tried to go again with the quick play off Wilson and wanted to try and get it ahead to Jackson, who was loading up for a run. Instead, it's the kick off the offsides.
And a ball for
Here's
Mara
Greif.
Graff. She's gonna get it to Emily Swanson, who's currently running down the wing. Sending it to Annabelle Jackson, who can get in between her and the defender. Back heel to Swanson again for the cross to Faith on the second post. Can't quite get there.
Just over the head of Wilson on the near side.
Still dangerous. Noreen Weber in the box. Can she get a shot? Mora. No, back to Annabelle. Getting it back to Weber. Great dribbling, great footwork. Gets the pass in behind to Ella Hansen with the shot. What a goal!
Ella Hansen rips it in. Goes far post to make it 2-all.
What a strike. Not an easy shot right there on the top of the box, but what a finish. They're going to be happy to see that. And I have now my prediction on the line. Can Whatcom find the third?
You've come that much closer. The great
83rd
prognosticator here, Darius Nowotny. Darius Nostradamus. Here's Iniguez.
Great defending by Ellie Martinson. Out for a corner for Pierce. But now you can feel some kind of tension on the field. Is Whatcom going to push for the third, or are they satisfied with the draw?
Whatcom's goal was scored by number 7, Ella Hansen.
And Ella Hansen truly just rewarding herself for such a great work today.
Here's Pearson. Off the corner, punched out.
Very good defending by Whatcom's defense.
Whatcom doing well. Updike getting a mid on it and ushering that one out. As we approach the 85th minute, it's crucial here.
And Whatcom getting numbers up top, outnumbering Pierce. The 4v3 on the back line. They're hoping for a counterattack. Can they get the ball up the field, though? Now's the chance. Presley Hill's going to get there first.
Ball still being worked far side. Trickles back into the possession of Pierce.
Whatcom can't get too greedy as Atkinson with her dangerous left foot back on the top of the key. Shots and once again into Ella Hansen. She's gotten them to her head and to her stomach. She's just been working today.
Hansen, trying to compete for the player of the match honors, has done it all. This time a crucial shot block.
Will she be able to play on as she's played 85 minutes already? She's gonna keep fighting.
Looks like a sub will come on for Pierce. Slola Christensen back into the match.
Defensive substitution right here, putting up another defender. Coach clearly intimidated by Whatcom's dangerous attack.
It's out for a throw.
Atkinson putting him across, dangerous.
Fuentes on it and knocked
Good
away.
defending by Noreen Weber again.
Whatcom now trying to make something happen on the counter.
Presley Hill down the wing, getting it in front. No, blocked by Pierce.
Matawagdog.
And once again, Pierce attacking, trying to find a dangerous Atkinson.
Yeah, it was waiting just on the doorstep there, Darius. Matawagdog.
It's going to be a throw-in for Pierce. Once again. Pierce starting to put pressure again. Not happy with the draw. Looking for their first win of the season.
So Whatcom will try and dig in here in their first match against a fellow CC. It's been quite the contest.
And now the ball's being put up front, just what Whatcom's been hoping for. Unfortunately, can't quite create an attack here.
Jackson plays that out.
Can feel the legs getting tired on everybody on the field.
It's Norton on the throw into Pearson.
And almost won back by Faith Wilson. Annabelle putting great pressure, forcing a long touch. It's going to get intercepted by Mara. And Faith Wilson's going to get her power together to get behind the ball, but legs are getting tired, man.
Wilson just sends that wide over the byline.
You can see her fight in her face just to get there.
Both teams trying to dig in here.
And Whatcom with a tremendous press with 4 players waiting for the goal kick right at the top of the key. And now's the moment they have been waiting for. Annabelle looking for the shot. It's going to be deflected in the arms of the goalkeeper.
Good idea, just turning and firing. We've seen that pay off several times.
Now the big question, how many minutes will the referee add on to this game? Not many breaks. Ella Hansen once again fighting for the ball, putting enough pressure for a loss.
Here's
And
Greif.
O'Mara driving into space. Can she find her player out wide? She's gonna go for it herself. What a strike by Mara Grave for the win.
Mara Grave taking it with confidence.
What a strike.
Into the corner to send a Whatcom ahead 3-2.
I can't believe this.
It's a late game heroics here for the Orcas.
And the German girls celebrating together. What a beautiful picture. And that's why we call her Messi.
Even wears the number 10 to boot, and the number 10 puts through the third goal of the evening. It's 3-2.
German Messi right there. And now Whatcom needs to solidify the defense, still on a 3-back. Will they keep it? Risk being vulnerable in the defense.
When how many times, too, have we talked about, Darius, the combination, whether it's Greif, Hill, Faith Wilson or Jackson, and all three dangerous players up top.
Yeah, Wilson almost used as a dummy run there by Mora. Is going to shoot herself. And just two perfect finishes by Ella Hansen and Mora Graf.
We're into stoppage time.
And
Here's
now
Pearson.
Pierce is going to try to attack again, but great defending again by Whatcom. Going to get the ball out of the box. Still in danger.
Fuentes wanted to play
And
that forward.
Atkinson's going to play off her own hand, stops the game because she thought she did something wrong there. It's going to get the play on, but can't quite get the pass.
So that was Iniguez that will go to the ground. See how much time is added here. Injury stoppage.
And Merrick, I hate to say it, but was the prediction correct?
Yeah, you should be a stockbroker or something if you're going to make predictions like that, Darius. Take all the credit. That was great.
And the game is over. Whatcom wins their first counting game against the CC 3-2. And a golden finish.
And that will do it for the women's match. Whatcom taking a 3-2 victory against Pierce. A well-earned, hard-fought victory here at home. And what a way to start off their community college schedule for the Orcas and the men's team, both picking up wins on the year. For my analyst, Darius Nawani, I'm Merrick Parnell, joined by technical director Charlie Dunlap. Darius, before we go off air, any closing thoughts here?
Just a great doubleheader for Whatcom. Heading into the season with a double win is just super important. Heading to Oregon with such momentum, I believe we're going to do great things, both men's and women's program, and going to try to keep that winning streak alive.
An exciting match day. Darius, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Again, Darius Nawani and Charlie Dunlap, I'm Merrick Parnell, saying goodbye from Orca Field for now, and we'll see you on the next one.